Wow, Ernie. Did you hear last week's about Taylor Swift?
I did. I did. I'm not sure exactly which one you're talking about, but boy, did I hear a lot. Let's see. Are we talking about her being a NFL analyst after 16 weeks? Yeah, I did hear that. And I'm going, wow, that's pretty, bold, if you will, and to be polite on air here. But, are we talking about, all the hints and her spilling the beans of, you know, Super Bowl halftime show? I
I
mean,
mean, it's got
you
a lot of
know,
things out there.
I
She's
mean,
been
I
teasing
thought when
it.
they said, the news about Taylor Swift, I thought, like everything else, it was going to be the breakup. It's over. The Kelsey Swifty is over.
We're coming
So
on new heights to tell everybody in the world we are officially over. That would
yeah,
be
yeah,
crazy.
yeah. I just wonder if that was the case. I'm not sure how many fans she brought into the NFL, but Swifties, that is, that females and all that she brought into the NFL. But if they did break up, would all those fans no longer be NFL fans and disown the Kansas City Chiefs and hate Travis Kelsey, or what do you think?
I mean, I'm sure that they'll burn the Kelsey jerseys. This is what
Yeah,
they'll do.
a big bonfire of the Kelsey. Yeah, that's true.
Like people were doing when LeBron left Cleveland. They were burning his jersey. They'll burn
And
Kelsey's
yeah,
jersey.
I'm
That's
also I'm
hilarious.
also thinking that the big news was that they announced a wedding date. Um,
Yeah.
but no, on a serious note, I did hear she's been spilling and sharing some little tips here and there that she will be doing the Super Bowl halftime show.
Well, I know that what my thoughts are. I might shake up the social media world, so you people don't go anywhere because I got some things to say about this. But with the whole Taylor Swift, so I'm assuming it was all a joke. She was on the Jason and Travis Kelsey show, called New Heights. That podcast is pretty good. I've actually been tuning in a little bit on that, and those two are just hilarious guys. But she did mention that give her 16 months and she can probably be an NFL analyst.
That just blows my mind.
Give me 16 years, I still probably couldn't get it down. So I mean, the girl can do no wrong, right? I mean,
Well,
it's Taylor
that's funny
Swift,
you say
so
that, and these stats will come out this week. But I'm not gonna give away my age, but I've been following sports of all kinds for many years, and my prediction record will speak for itself. So if she can come out and be an analyst for the NFL after 16 weeks, I'm thinking maybe she could get on here with us and she could help us do some picks during the week for some of the football games because I've
yeah.
taken a little bit of a beating.
And she also joked on the podcast there that sports fans want to see her more. But here's the thing: is she
Male,
really
male
joking
sports
though?
fans. It was male sports fans.
Right, but is she really joking though? I mean, think about this.
Yeah.
Trump joked about running for president, and look what happened.
Yeah.
You know what I
You know,
mean? So
I
I don't
yeah.
I don't think it was like a whole joke. I'll tell you why. Uh, like her fan base, I'll use like Trump's words, is huge, like massive. So that show, when I looked on the New Heights show, it had like 12 million views in less than 24 hours, right?
Wow.
So here's the thing. So people will probably start playing with it, make a little like gain momentum, I guess you could say, right?
Uh-huh.
And next thing you know, more people start talking about it. Um, it's like what the people have spoken, right? I mean, the people have speaking and they say, hey, we would love to see Taylor Swift, be an analyst. I think somebody's already gone to like Roger Goodell and be like, look, this can be a huge thing if she took it serious and really wanted to do it. And it would make a lot of noise, I'll tell you that. It'll bring a lot of attention to the NFL. I mean, they already get a lot of attention already, right? So
Mhm.
to have somebody like Taylor Swift is, to me, I mean, it would be a huge thing that the NFL will do. Like, I mean, I got some pros and I've got some cons, right?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go through my pros and you tell me what you think about these pros, all right?
All right.
So I've written this down. I didn't want to forget anything, but I think it'd be a massive impact on the NFL. So obviously, one, she's going to bring new fans to the game, right? She's going to bring more interest. It's going to be not only NFL ads, ticket prices, apparel, hell, even when the NFL posts their social media stuff, if they have her talking on their like little YouTube shorts or whatever the case may be, that's going to draw revenue for the NFL, like because people are going to want to watch it. Anything with Taylor Swift, they're going to want to watch it. Um, you know, what if they say, hey, let's expand, not just in Germany or in London or Mexico they played, but let's go to Australia, just all around the world, and we'll have her out there. Because when people know Taylor Swift's going to be out there, I mean, even as an analyst, just to be on the sideline talking here and there about what's going on, injury reports, whatever the case may be, I mean, the stadium's going to get packed. Like, so that's going to, I mean, she's just a revenue builder is what she is. She can generate a lot of
Right.
money. Um, and here's another thing. I don't know, you guys watching this, comment on this. Can something like this that raises the revenue in the NFL, could that raise a salary cap significantly? Like, does that work like that? I don't know if that works like that. Let's say, like, the NFL makes an extra $4 billion because Taylor Swift involvement in NFL. Does that raise the salary cap to, like, let's say, I don't know what it is now, but let's say it times it by 3 or whatever the case may be? Would that be a possibility? That I don't know. So let us know. I don't know if you know any about that or not.
I don't, but I'll tell you that my con to this whole thing in the negative light would be that, you know, would it be making a mockery of the NFL to have a Taylor Swift as an analyst out there? I mean, I look at, somebody that played in the league. I'll use Jason Witten as an example, who played in the league and just point blank, be honest, was terrible as an analyst. I don't know if that would be, if the serious NFL fans would take heart to it. Again, I'm not a Swiftie. Do I want to see Taylor Swift as an analyst in the sport that I love? No, personally, no. But in your point, is it, let's use the word gimmick. Is it a gimmick that would help increase the revenue of the NFL? Well, absolutely. I mean, I don't think it's going to put more people in the seats, but it may cause more people to tune in and just to witness it. But at the same time, I just I don't see it, her being very good at it, professionally at it. I know I'm not saying she's not capable, because I don't know that. She is intelligent. I'll share that with you, that she is an intelligent young lady. She's proven that in her success and what she does, and her songwriting and some of the other endeavors that she's involved in. But I don't know. I don't know if Taylor Swift is an NFL analyst or if it's more of a hype. In the beginning of the Kelsey relationship with her, everybody thought it was a hype. Everybody thought it was just a builder, and they grabbed onto it thinking, you know what? Look at how many millions of fans we can draw into the NFL. Swifties, female fans, young followers of Taylor Swift into the NFL, and not just into the NFL, but into the Kansas City Chiefs, that increased, revenue. Travis Kelsey, I'm sure, had no issue selling jerseys. But I can assure you, if we went out and looked at numbers, once the Swifty relationship and the Kelsey relationship really took off, I bet his apparel sales went up. Um,
Yeah.
is there a market there? Is there a market with Taylor Swift in the Kansas City Chiefs logo? I believe so, but I'm not sold on her being an analyst. And, and I could eat these words, but I'm going to go out on the limb and say the con there is I don't think she would be very good at it. I don't think she would be ready for it. And I think it would be a mockery in some way. She could be maybe possibly good on the sidelines with a few interviews,
Right.
like you see now, but I think that's about as far of a stretch that I would go with Taylor Swift involved in being some sort of broadcast analyst for the NFL.
I wonder how much more the Kansas City Chiefs are worth right now because of that.
You
You know,
know, that's a true statement because
I
you
mean,
don't.
it
Yeah,
works, right? I mean, it
no,
helps
I mean,
everybody out in the business. It helps
I
everybody out.
know that, maybe it's just me, but I'm willing to bet it's not. But when they flash, her on the camera, which is not as often as people think it is during the games, but
Right.
when they flash her after a play to her in the booth and the facial expressions and everything else, it's kind of like, really, can you please just get the camera off of her? That's just me.
Yeah.
So
Well, I'll tell you another pro on this is that the girlfriends or wives, they can't get mad, right? That are Swifty fans, right? So she's being an analyst. They're gonna be sitting next to their husbands or boyfriends watching the game. So it's like, hey,
right,
you gotta throw the garbage. No, 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 honey, throw the garbage out later. We got a game to
exactly,
watch.
yeah,
So
exactly.
that's a
Yeah.
pro right there. So and another thing is she's got her album coming out, right?
Oh
Her
yeah, a
new
new
album.
album. Yeah,
Yeah. So
yeah.
I mean, wouldn't that be kind of crazy? I mean, I'm not saying like it obviously this year, but like, maybe next year she even comes out with another album after that, right? She does
Yeah.
one of these halftime shows just on a regular Sunday night game, Monday night game. Like people tune into that. And to see a free concert, I guess you could say, it doesn't
Sure.
matter if it's one song, two songs. I
Yeah.
mean, people will tune into that. I
Hey,
mean,
look what Carrie Underwood did, taking over the Hank Williams Jr. Monday night, Sunday night, especially Monday night. Which I miss because I loved the Rowdy Friends Monday night. It was a great hype to getting Monday Night Football started. But hey, Carrie Underwood's taking that to a whole nother extreme, and maybe that's a future somewhere down the line for I don't know if they'll use the term pass the torch, but who knows?
right.
Maybe something
Yeah.
will come out of it. But I as far as Taylor Swift and the NFL goes, that's about, I think, Travis Kelsey and hers about that's enough for me.
Right. Well, and here's another thing though, too. Towards the end of the season, when teams are just out of the playoffs, let's say for example, the Bears had a horrible season last year, right? So basically giving away tickets, right? So, you know, those games like that where nobody's going to show up, the tickets are not sold, it's going to fill
Mhm.
up the stadium because Taylor Swift will be playing, be at that game, right?
Right.
So that helps out with revenue as well with the
Yeah.
stadiums, that especially with the bad teams out there, and like, hey, look, like we need Taylor out here. Like, and it's crazy,
Definitely.
it's like one person can
Yeah.
really change things dramatically, like
That is
drastically
definitely a
fast,
pro.
man.
That is definitely a
Yes.
pro for
Yes.
the NFL with Taylor Swift, and when it comes to that kind of stuff, with following, attention, revenue, definitely a positive
Right.
up there. I mean, but people, kind of look back at last year, and let's be honest. Travis didn't have a very good year, and could it have been that he was, kind of sidetracked with all the personal stuff, the traveling, you know, could that play an effect? We can go to Tony Romo and, when he was dating Carrie Underwood and Jessica Simpson, and
Yeah.
everybody tried to say, look how he's gone downhill ever since. I believe there was also a tennis player um, that was dating a particular celebrity that he went downhill big time. And then that relationship ended. And please do your homework on that because I can't remember who it was, but I want to say it was dating Brooke Shields. But um, once that relationship
Wasn't
ended,
that Andre Agassi?
I believe so. I
It
believe
sounds.
once that relationship ended, he came back and ended up winning, you know, the silver platter, so to speak. So
Yeah. I
these women, celebrity women, can have an impact, you know, off the field that can affect on the field performances. But
Two
you know,
different lifestyles. I
yeah,
mean,
yeah,
an artist. I mean, they're on the go, on the
yeah.
go. A
I
football
agree.
player. I mean, he's on the go for what, like 7, 8 months, and that's it. Like
Yeah.
6 months, and that's
Oh,
it. So I mean, and they're football players, so they're not surrounded by hundreds of thousands of people chasing them.
right, right.
So it's a total different lifestyle. He probably saw it and was like overwhelmed, I guess you could say, maybe.
Hmm.
Because NFL players, they're not used to that. I mean, I wouldn't assume they're used to that. Like,
Right.
I mean, the only person I can think of that had followers chasing them that big would be like Michael Jordan. So
Sure. sure.
But
But, again,
those are all
I'm
my
not.
pros on that.
Yeah, I don't. I just want to make this clear. I don't. I don't hate Taylor Swift. I don't dislike Taylor Swift. I'm just not a big Swifty fan. A lot of respect for what she's accomplished.
that's my first con on this is no
Yeah,
baby drama. No baby drama.
exactly.
So, and one thing too is, she writes all her own music, right? So
Great, tremendous.
phenomenal on how
Yeah,
fast she can do it
yeah,
too, right? So,
yeah,
something could happen between both of them, and next thing you know, you got a song coming out about something
yeah.
particular of their relationship. You know what I mean? Like, don't bring that to the game because people don't care to hear about that. They
Right,
here's the
right.
thing: people that watch football, they just want to watch football. That's it. If you want to be an analyst, great, and you're good at it. We love you for that. We won't even
Exactly.
knock
And
you
you
for
know
that.
what?
We
Hey,
won't
if you
say, "Oh
want
my
to
God,
say
it's Taylor Swift. I
exactly,
don't want. I don't want to watch TV. I don't want to watch this game anymore." It's not that. If you're good at your job, we
yeah,
we respect that. Like that's the
exactly.
thing.
Yeah.
So but when you bring in like the baby drama stuff, I mean, just don't do it. Could it be a
You can,
possibility? Yes, she could.
yeah, you
It
can voice
could.
your opinion as, I support so and so.
Right.
Leave it at that. Move on. But
Right.
what's next? What do you got next on
So
Miss
here's
Swift?
another thing that I was thinking, because I'm digging deep on this. I'm really digging deep on this. But there's some people that maybe just hate her voice. Annoys her. It annoys people. Her voice annoys them. You
Yeah.
know, she might
Yeah.
act like a child. Not saying that she does right now, but you know what I mean. Like the NFL analysts, they are professional, right? They have a script or whatever the case may be, but they are professional. And they're not throwing out these slang words or anything like that. Trying to make it goofy. Could she do that? Maybe. I don't know. Like people, people don't like that. They want to see professionalism. That's
Yeah.
one sport that I see that is continuously having just these analysts are just professionals. They're phenomenal.
Yeah.
So you know, um, what if she does do the halftime shows?
Yeah.
There's a lot of people that don't like her, right? So I
Yeah.
mean,
If it's
I know some of
entertainment,
her music. I
yeah.
don't know all of her music. I'm not saying they're all bad, but
Yeah.
I've listened to it. I think I actually have one downloaded on my phone from like 7-8 years ago. So you know I I'm gonna admit it. I have one song and
It's
it's with
Give
somebody
us
else that she
some
plays
more
with, but it's
stuff.
an acoustic. I was learning how to play acoustic guitar, right? So it's an acoustic song and it's actually pretty good. Um, but I haven't listened to it in a long time. So if those
Yeah.
people
Well,
don't
again,
don't don't blackball me,
my
please don't blackball
grandkids
me.
listen to her. You know what I mean? And a lot of adults that I know listen to her. And again, I've got nothing bad to say about her. It's just I'm an older generation kind of guy. I love Elvis Presley type music and some modern stuff out there, but I'm just not a Swiftie. And I like country music. Some of the country music today, the direction it's headed, I don't listen to some of it. I don't care for it, but I mean, I like Michael Bublé type music and things like that. But Taylor Swift is just not in my wheelhouse. Will I watch it? It's a Super Bowl. It's halftime. Um,
Right.
of course, I'll give it, the benefit of watching it because it's history. Whether you want to admit or not, it's history. I tell you, the
All right, let me cut you off. Would you watch it if it was just a Monday night game halftime show?
no, but I can tell you this: Super Bowl, it's not what it used to be like. A lot of people will watch Super Bowl, obviously because of the game, but what most people look forward to was the commercials.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Commercials were big, and I mean, I go back in time when the commercials were, really, really good commercials, and they were funny. They weren't, political in any way. They were just hilarious commercials, and I watched it for that. And, I think of the halftime show that really sticks out to me was, I can't never forget, you know, I'll name the song and you take it from there. Purple Rain, when Prince did his halftime show.
That was awesome.
I mean, probably the best halftime show out there that I can recall. I'm sure there's others if you refresh my memory, but that one really sticks to me as one of the greatest halftime show ever. And
Yeah.
it's hard to top. And I just wish like I said, I wish the halftime shows would would kind of switch up a little bit in genres and try to cater to everybody, maybe even joint venture genres to cater to the mix of people that are there live and the mix of people that are watching it instead of directing it towards one genre of type of music. And
Right.
that's me. And I guess that's my way of saying a come together performance of bringing the country together in more ways than one. It can be done. So you
You
know,
want to hear my last one?
I'm
This
sorry.
one is so bad. I mean, I couldn't really think of too many cons, to be honest with you.
Well,
So I'm like
let's hear this
thinking, and
one.
I'm
And
digging, I'm digging, I'm digging, and I'm probably gonna be blackballed. This is not my belief on this, but there are men out there that do not want women as an analyst.
well, I don't agree with it. So I'm not one of them, but I get it. You're right.
There,
Um,
it's either they hate the Taylor Swift idea or they just cannot.
you
Because
know,
okay, so I've talked to older men like in their like late 60s, early 70s, and their comment is, "I'm watching a man's sport." And it's like, okay, but like explain to me like why is it bad? Well, it's a man's sport. A woman wouldn't know everything about this sport. And it's like,
I don't think that's the case. And I'm in my 60s, so I'll reply to that. Um, I think of John Madden, Don Meredith, Frank Gifford, Al Michaels. I think of Howard Cosell, and just to name, several prominent. When you watched them, it was entertaining. They were good at what they did. They were funny. There were skits involved, and it was just entertaining. And I think you watch people like Troy Aikman now, and I'm not saying anything bad about him, but it's it's supposed to be serious, but there's supposed to be a little bit of lightheartedness in there. And you do get some of that with Al Michaels. And Al Michaels, I thought for sure at one time, like he ended his own career when he made a comment during a missed extra point or they take a knee at the end of the game. And he goes, well, that just gutted the spread. And I'm thinking, oh, wow. Back then, gambling on football games and sports was, a no. They didn't talk about it. Well, when Al Michaels made the comment that, well, there goes, there's going to be a lot of over haters out there, pissed off over haters right now when he missed that kick or whatever. They took a knee. The lightheartedness, I think, is what is missing. And at least I want to choose to believe that there's not people that are being chauvinist because it is a woman. But I just miss that. They haven't been able to duplicate that level of entertainment and chemistry, if you will, in the booth for football, Monday night games, Sunday night games. That's really gone. It's not as powerful during the all the afternoon games as it is when it's an individual game like a Sunday night or Monday night or even a Thursday night for that matter, where all eyes are on it. But I fall back into the Monday night back in the days, turn out the lights, Don Meredith, and things that I miss that, and I think maybe that plays a role into some of what you're saying, and it could be they just don't want a female, and it could be that people are, like in my age category are thinking, gosh, those were the good old days.
yeah, yeah. I mean, and one of the particular individuals that I was talking about, because again, I dug deep to try to figure out some cons. He made the comment like, okay, it's Super Bowl. As soon as they showed her on the Jumbotron, they were booing. But yeah, okay, they were booing. You could hear the boos, right? I get it. But here's the thing: it's majority Eagles and Chiefs fans there, right? So obviously she's a Chief fan, so maybe she got just the Chiefs fans got drowned out from the boos. So all I know is this: in my conclusion, I really think she'd be good for the game. Like I say this, she'd be great for the NFL, for the revenue, for for everything, really, man, like everything. So my thing is, if she ever was to hear this, I tell her, don't wait 16 months, get it done in 10 months so we can see you next year, not the following year, because by the time
Right,
16 months
right.
passes, we'll see you the following year. You're not going to come in mid
Sure,
season. I mean, it's kind of weird
sure.
maybe, but get it done in 10 months, Taylor. Get it done in 10 months. But here's the thing though, too. Is this a teaser? Reason being is saying, okay, let me start it off like this. But I mean, she was giving out some hints about Super Bowl 60. She kept talking about sourdough, about she loves to make it. 60% of the time she's thinking about it. She said that, right?
Yeah,
And she makes all sorts of different sourdough and all that. And if you think about it, Super Bowl 60. So she thinks about it 60% of the time. Sourdough, who's the mascot for the 49ers? Sourdough Sam. So, and I think there was another thing that she said that I read that when Jason Kelsey was introducing her to the podcast, she said, "Thank you for the 47 seconds." Right?
yeah.
So, what was the 47 seconds on there? Her 47th stop on her last tour was at Levi Stadium.
Yeah, so you know what? I'm
And
with
that
you.
introduction felt like it was 2 minutes long, not
Yeah,
47 seconds. But I don't
yeah.
know. I don't know. So I'm
Well, you
just
know,
saying,
I'm like,
like, it's a teaser. I mean, if she can, if let's say she does do the Super Bowl, right? And I mean, breaks records. I mean, absolutely breaks records. Yeah,
mhm.
I could see them saying like, Taylor, we need you. We need you to be an analyst. We really want you to be an analyst. It helps out everybody. And I agree. I really do agree. I think
You
she
know,
should do it.
everybody deserves a chance. I am not a believer. I'd like to see it. And
Those Swifties gonna
if she
blackball
did a
you.
great, hey, if she did a great job, I would say, you know what? I eat my words. I am
Right.
surprised. I am shocked. She's doing a tremendous job. Um, but other than that, I just can't see it.
Right.
You know,
Well, I
but
mean,
that's
for
that's
everyone watching and stuff, tell us what you think, man. I mean, hey,
yeah, you
it makes
people
sense.
out there,
Tell me if you hate her. Tell me if you like her. Tell me if I'm
there's
wrong.
another
Tell me
thing
if I'm
too you
right.
got to keep in mind, and this is the tough part. You're supposed to be non-biased as an analyst and an officiator, referee, whatever, and
So
it's
no
going to
Chief
be really
games.
hard for Taylor Swift to be non-biased when it's pretty biased of who she supports.
So she can't work the Chiefs games, and so she doesn't have
Exactly.
to. So she doesn't have to interview him.
Yeah, exactly. So anyway, that's my take on Taylor Swift. I think we spent what 29 minutes and on Taylor Swift, if I'm not mistaken. Heck, I don't know, half hour, 30 minutes. How long we been on Taylor Swift?
Yeah, something like that.
Well, I
But
think it's 29 minutes too long. But no, I'm just kidding, just kidding. Um, you know, let's put this out there.
yep.
Hey, she deserves a shot if she's serious about it and she devotes half the effort to learning it and doing it that she does in entertaining and writing songs, she'll be good at it.
Yep. I
So
agree. I agree. So
that's
I agree.
that's my
She
take
should do
on
it.
that's my take on Taylor.
All
So
right.
I'm looking forward to more news. But next time I hear, did you hear the news about Taylor Swift? I'm hoping it's something a little more, like
Wedding bells.
yeah, wedding bells, or she won the lottery. I don't know. Not that she needs it, but hey, buddy, that's that's my input on Taylor Swift.
Yep, yep. And don't forget, comment below. Tell us what you think. Tell us if if you agree, disagree, what you like, what you don't like, and don't forget to subscribe.
Yeah. Before we go, just want to remind everybody, we're going to follow this up with our picks for this next week.
Yep.
So we'll be working on that as well. So you know, be prepared for that. Again, we do it for amusement purposes. Me probably not as good in the preseason because
As
I don't.
me.
Yeah, well, yeah, you're doing pretty well.
It's
I give
called
you
it's
credit.
Ernie,
You're
it's
doing
called
pretty
luck. It's
well.
called luck. That's all it is. It's called
Yeah, you're
luck.
going to, it's preseason. You never know,
Right.
but when it comes to regular season, I'll do a little more homework
Right.
try to do a better job than what I'm doing in the preseason. But hey, this is it's just for fun. You know what I mean? We're
Yep.
just talking, having a good time, and and I'm excited about where we're headed and what we're doing, and love to see some comments. We got our fantasy that I think we're going to put out. What is it?
It'll be Wednesday.
Wednesday. So
Wednesday, and then Friday we'll be out there with the picks.
there you go. So we got some shows coming up and some episodes. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. Please like, please share. You know, love to get some more people on there. Would love to have some comments.
Whenever.
All right. Well, perfect. Yeah. So to all you
All right.
Swifties
So,
out there, hey, thanks for tuning in.
and don't blackball us, please.
Yes, please don't
I like her. Blackball Ernie, but don't blackball me.
Yes,
I said she should do it.
Yes, you can blackball me. It's 50%. I'll take it, but I'm not a hater. I'm just not a fan.
All right. Till next time. We'll see you soon.